You ready?
I'm ready.
Hey guys, welcome to your favorite late night sessions with your one and only Bean. Today we are joined by the lovely, the beautiful DJ, B-girl, choreographer, Courtnaé Paul. Did I say it right, first of all? Is it
You
Courtnaé?
did, but I wanted to give you like the DJ horns.
Or is it Courtney?
No, it's definitely Courtnaé. So 10 points for that. 10 points for that. It is Courtnaé, and it's always such a struggle because people think it's me just trying to act cute, but it's on my ID, guys. It's on
You're trying to add sauce on the name.
you know.
But
Like
yeah,
a
it
little
is what it
stage
is.
name. Yeah.
It is what it is. Welcome to Late Night Sessions with Bean. Are you ready to spill some beans?
I'm ready, man. But firstly, thank you so much for having me. I know we've been meaning to do this for a while, so I'm glad we
It's
finally
a
getting to do it.
pleasure. It's a pleasure, hey. So tell us a bit about yourself. Give us a bite-sized nyana for those that know nothing about you. I feel sorry for them, but okay, let's give them something.
Yes. Okay. Where do I start? So, I am a girl from Durban, South Africa. I think I started dancing by mistake around 11 or 12. And then I think professionally by 15, head first while I'm still in school, just hustling for no reason, acting like I got bills to pay. And then matriculating, I think I left Durban at about 21, moved to Joburg, and that's when everything kind of just changed for me. I didn't want to be a big fish in a small pond anymore. So I needed to come stretch the legs a little bit this side with the big guns. I think I've been here for the last 7 years. I've clocked about 20 countries thanks to this dance and DJ thing, So yeah, all things music, all things dance, and just really a lover of life. And like I say, always just trying to keep the balance, never trying to get too caught up in one side or the lifestyle. I'm just trying to,
just chasing the soft life.
I'm just trying to, not even, I'm chasing the healthy, happy life. That's what
happy
I'm
life,
chasing.
just pushing your passions and staying in your lane.
Exactly.
I see. So who would you say, or what would you say inspired your journey in this industry, in all your different corners of the industry?
That one is always a bit of a struggle for me, because if I look at the South African entertainment industry and I look at all my skill sets, it's either going to be very hard to find, for example, a female DJ that's kind of walked this path, or when it comes to being a B-girl, there's literally nobody.
True, there's no one. You're actually the only B-girl that I know. And I just don't know someone.
That one B-girl,
B-boys.
Yeah.
Okay, B-boys.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You even call the dance style B-boys. B-boys.
Yeah.
People don't know that girls even exist. And globally, I mean, it's massive. But for me, it was always just like kind of putting my head down and working and not even knowing if what I'm doing is the right thing. It's because, like you're saying, like, who did I look up to? It was few and far between. Yes, there was definitely inspiration, but in terms of the actual path and making the decision, I think it was more choosing the wrong or the harder things every time, because there was more proof in saying, this thing is not going to work than there was saying it is going to work. So it's been quite a journey. I'm still on it. I think especially in the breaking scene this year with lockdown, I've managed to be part of like so many international events, if you will, that seen me qualify like top 32 in the world for Red Bull BC1, and another battle that will send me to Berlin next year. So it's just about
come over.
Please do, man. I'm going to need the support.
I'm going to come there with a big banner.
The first and only African they've had, So it's just like, guys, come through, support me, come make noise. If I need to,
I'm definitely going to make noise about this. I'm definitely going to spread the word. So we come as a squad and we're just be representing.
So even if we lose, we're still going to make a scene.
People say, at least they had passion. Shame, at least they had passion. But you're not going to lose anyway.
Quietly. We're not going to lose quietly. That's what I'm saying.
The noise must be there. The noise is very important.
So May 2021, please just be there.
I'm keeping the date.
Thank you.
I'm keeping the date. So you just released your new EP.
Yes, damn.
Called God's Next.
Sure, my first musical baby. So 3 tracks. First track being very hip hop, second track being very pop. Third track being more like dancehall-y Afro type of vibe. And for me, those are the three sounds that kind of define exactly what I sound like as a DJ, you know? So it was a bit of a moment for me.
Yeah, we felt your moment.
Yeah.
Personally, my favorite is Fantasy. Like,
Hey.
But do you also have that one favorite on your own EP where you're like...
No, not that I would say out loud, but no, let me be honest. I think the sounds are so
You don't
different.
want to be that mother.
Yeah, no. The sounds are so different, so they all play a different role in like my taste, if that makes any sense. But Fantasy, for example, is a lot closer to the music that I will be releasing later on. You know, like my next one I'm probably going to drop around Feb, and that's got a little bit more towards the fantasy kind of energy. So like more features from guys in Ghana and that kind of thing. For me, Africa is like my sound, but I also understand the market and my hip hop roots, you know. I had to give the people something.
You need to give them something to say. Guys, I know you know me as a hip hop chick, so I haven't forgotten you, but
yes, just here's
more
a little something, Nana, but
I have more to me than
yes.
I.
Exactly, yeah, man. So it's been an exciting journey.
And I'm super amped for the debut music video
for you. You've got all the information.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm following you like you don't know. Like,
oh man, thank you so much. So
for those of you that don't know, the video for the track titled For You featuring Holly Ray and Benny Afro is on YouTube. So
I'm stressed about it, man. Like it's been such
I was about to ask, how are you feeling?
It's such a different feeling because I think a big part of my career has been spent working on everybody else's videos, you know. So when it comes to my own, there's such a like, I think even my team was wanting to wring my neck on the day because they're like, you can't be directing the video and in the video and moving the people around, like, and holding the camera, like, just...
and choreographing everything.
Exactly.
Like you're bouncing everywhere, like.
And that's exactly what it was. Like I gave them shot for shot exactly where they needed to be, the timing of it all, because also some of the video was shot during one of my live DJ sets. So literally for that hour, I was also trying to dictate while playing my set how they need to film the dancers behind me, how I need to get the artists in front of me. It was
because it needs to match when it's now in the video.
Yeah. So it was crazy, man. But I'm super excited about it because it's the first time that I'll actually be able to like publicly play and dance and choreograph my own stuff, you know? So yeah. And if you don't like it, just like it anyway. Come on.
I like, share, subscribe, everything.
And it's so tricky because a lot of people are like, so where's the Doing Fine video or where's the fantasy video? I'm like, hey, just give me a chance. Like,
guys, you know, one thing at a time.
Yes, but fantasy I'm looking at shooting either towards the end of the year or beginning of next year. So keep an eye out for that one.
We're looking forward to it.
Good.
We're looking forward to it. So what's been your overall experience as a woman in the industry? I mean, there's not so many of us, especially with you as a B-girl and even in the DJ industry. So what's been your experience with that, and what do you want girls to know about making a name for themselves in the industry?
It's been such a crazy one, and initially I thought my early days would have been the hardest days, but actually it's just a constant thing. Like, I think just being a female in general, you constantly walk with this level of doubt in your mind because you don't see anybody that looks like you doing the things that you want to do, you know. And even just speaking to maybe my own personal style or my personal sound, there's little to nobody that even dresses the way I do, or you know what I mean. So it's like, okay, so if I want to make
like, you have no reference,
nothing. Like maybe overseas, sure, but here it's very hard because it's like,
and because there's no such other person, people always look at you with that eye of,
yes, like what you're doing now. Yeah. So for one, I go, okay, so if she's made it, then do I need to look like her in order to make it to where she is, you know? And then I go, but like, I'm not anything like her. Like, it's just not me. I don't know how to, you know? And then it's the constant being in the shadow of the guys. Like, if you look at every lineup, every this, every that, there's one or two girls on a lineup based on, like, maybe she's friends with them or she's part of the clique. But for the most part, it's not that there aren't females. There just isn't enough opportunity. Maybe in Women's Month, then it's just...
Women's Month, then it's
let's-
popping. Your names are even written in bold on the flyer.
It's even first on the flyer.
Exactly. But, every other day, yeah,
No,
close to and many more.
Yes,
Like,
you
at the
just
bottom is small
before
print.
and many more, and it's crazy because if you had to compare skill set or whatever, and look, I completely understand branding and reputation and building your name. I'm all for it, but how do you actually do that when there's just no door to walk in? You almost got to run head first constantly and almost like put yourself in positions that you never want to be in order to get a little bit further. And like I say, I thought I'd have to do that in my early days. There's so much that I've got to deal with now that I would never deal with in a million years. But at the back of my head, I go, wow, if I close this door, if I stand my ground, if I do this, if I do that, like it's curtains for me. There's no way I can go from here. And then you add the whole like dating girls thing to this element of things. Hey, it's 10 times worse because
it's another it's 10 times worse.
It's like if I was trying to make my life difficult, I would have woken up and been exactly who I was, because I think we're still trying to understand the LGBTQ community, especially in South Africa. And I think we've become a little bit more accommodating.
I think it's even worse now that also, like, the world is also trying to give women space.
Yes.
And then now there's also alphabet.
Yes.
But then it needs to be done.
The
space needs to be made. And I'm so glad that you're like spearheading this because you're opening doors for other children out there.
I hope so. Some people will still be like, no, you're influencing them to do the wrong things. I'm like, no, guys. Like, you don't understand the boxes you put people in. They kill themselves over not being able to be exactly who they are. And it sounds dramatic, but it's the truth. And I think in the industry, we're so much more accepting for the most part of the guys. And you, if they make you laugh and, they're dramatic and they do comedy skits, then you're like, oh, wow, we love this guy. And you know what I mean? Gay men generally, it's cool because
But for women,
for women, it's because like lesbians are generally very like, no, I'm just here to work.
It's either you're hypersexualized.
Yes.
Like there's never just pure understanding and love.
Exactly that, you know? And I think when you don't have anything to offer past your skill set, then it's a bit of a problem, so it's a struggle all around. But like you're saying, I think it's just a matter of putting your head down, doing the work and hoping that it gets easier as we go, or at least for the next one. I'm here already, it's fine. Let me struggle.
You've made it this far, so you can't stop now. You can't stop
I
now.
don't even know how I would go back with
You're
that
within.
stage,
So you can't go back.
I don't know, like, can I jump off on the side? Like if you're in a taxi
No.
and you're supposed to be going to like like that. Can
You're
I just
in
jump off
traffic
here
on
by
the
robot?
highway, on the bridge. You can't even walk back. You can't walk to the front. You have to stick to your taxi until you cross the bridge.
Oh, no.
Hang on in there. We're with you.
Thank you. I'm hanging.
So how would you describe your relationship with dance?
Phew. I don't think I know myself outside of dance in any way, to be honest. I think, I started dancing very late, or what's considered late for dancers. Most people are dancing from birth, just from birth. Like for me, it was very, very late. But the moment I started dancing, I realized, oh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing all this time. It just felt like a very natural thing. Like
it just came. Yeah.
And I didn't come from like any training, to be honest, or money to go to schools and that kind of stuff. So it was just me kind of doing what I liked, and whether it was right or wrong, I didn't know. So for the longest time, my identity's kind of been stuck to dance, and like I'm saying, where people would judge me based on my looks, dance got me through the door. So for example, my skin tone doesn't help. I can go into the township somewhere and people are like, hey, what is happening here? And then let me start dancing. And then they're like, yeah, she's one of us.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know myself really outside of music and dance. It's who I am. I eat, sleep, breathe it. It's like, it's more than my job. It's literally a 24/7 thing. So outside of it, I don't know. No, it's just who I am,
There's no Courtnaé
No,
without
not
dance.
even. Not even.
No, it's not possible. So how did you decide to become a B-girl? Or was it through dancing other genres, or was it just hip-hop from the start?
So I started gymnastics when I was about 6 or 7. So I generally kind of just built the strength and the flexibility and whatever else to be able to do that kind of stuff. So when I started dancing, I actually started dancing in church. And if you know what church dance groups look like, it's nothing great, it's just...
Contempt.
You're just doing some stuff there, shame, and the people are just like, shame, they're doing well, like, and that's how it started. And then there was a guy in the audience one day who said, there's an audition, come through. And I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do there, but cool. Fast forward to 2 years after that, I go to an audition and I become one of the lead dancers. I get to choreograph 2 hip-hop pieces, but I have to dance the whole Bollywood show. Hey! Let me tell you, I danced the Bollywood show.
You danced the
that was my first
Bollywood
professional gig. I did, I think, 10 shows over 2 weeks in Durban. We still toured in Joburg at the Rand show. It was my first experience, and it showed me that I'm willing to do whatever I need to do and not limit myself to go to where I want to go. Like, for me, the destination is never flexible, but the way I'm going to get there, it's fine. I can chop and change even now. Now I'll tell you one thing. I'll say, okay, this is what I'm planning to do tomorrow. Come tomorrow. I've changed my mind because I'm like, no, it's not how it's supposed to be right now. I feel that we can't get too stuck on the details. But if the vision is solid, then cool. I know where I need to end up.
Then we move.
Yeah, started dancing the Bollywood stuffs. And I could always just do tricks, like weird tricks that wasn't necessarily breaking. But as I got exposed to dancing more, you see the Missy Elliott videos, you see the step-ups and this. I'm like, this acrobatic stuff is actually a style, and it was just trying to imitate it at first, and that's just kind of how it came about, So it wasn't planned at all.
Okay, nice. And then before we move away from dancing, so you just spoke about how you trained your flexibility and the strength and everything, like from a young age, and then you went into B-girling. No, not B-boying. B-girling.
Don't give them everything, man. Come on.
Yes, this is ours. We're taking it back. The B-girling, like, that also must have played a big part in developing this discipline to maintain the fitness and the body, because your body is gold.
Thank you, I'll take it.
So how do you stay in shape, and what tips do you have for us that are not big girling to be all cut up nice? Like, what tips do you have for us?
Yeah, so I think for me, like when I first started gymnastics, it was literally 3 hours a day, every day of the week. So I used to come home from school and my dad was just like, there's no such as running outside, like eat something and we're going to gym. So I think from young, it kind of instilled this, not dedication, what's the word? Like the discipline. That's the word I was looking for. The discipline to say, okay, I've got something to do, and to not waste time. Like, life is very short. I'm a believer of, like, my dad passed, I think, when I was 13, like super suddenly. So for me, my life is way too short to play half-half. No, to play half-half, So for me, also, my body is my job, Nobody's going to hire the fat B-girl. Like, where am I going? Maybe Herbalife. I don't know. I need to speak to them and see if I put on some pounds.
You already have so many other struggles. You don't need bigger fat B-girl added on top of it.
Imagine, right?
Rest.
So
they'll just tell you rest.
Please.
Courtnaé, rest.
Yeah, so for me, the day usually starts with either at the gym or some dance training for like an hour or two, depending what I'm doing. And then, I'm just generally on the road or I'm sitting at home. I'm either very busy or I'm doing nothing. Like, there's no in between. And I like to be, if I have a busy day, I like everything to happen on that day. Because if I'm not feeling good, if I'm not feeling good the next day, I need to allow myself to just rest. Like, it's my body. I get injured all the time. So if I'm going to be...
you don't want to feel bad that you didn't finish doing the things of yesterday.
So I try to be as balanced as possible. I mean, it's not really possible to be balanced ever, but I try to make sure that there's enough rest time, and then when it's time to work, that I'm working. I can go from training straight into being on set, then straight into recording a live TV mix, and it just goes. But for me, I think my body is just, I've learned it's my friend, you know, and I've got to treat it right, you know. So that's where I just don't like to sit still ever, you know.
No, I feel you. I feel you. So you've been a DJ for 4 or 5 years, huh?
Could be even just knocking on 6 now. Could be knocking on 6. I don't even know what year we're in, but 5 or 6 is right, yeah.
And the number of female DJs is like, thankfully, on the rise, you know? But it wasn't great at some point. But at least we're getting there.
Slowly but surely,
so, why do you think for all these years there was like a distinct lack of girl power behind the decks?
I think there's so many reasons. But again, the main one is probably because girls thought, like, can we even do that? Like, are we even supposed to be there? You know? Like I say, it's like you can go somewhere, do something, but if there's nobody that looks like you, it's almost like you just give up before you even start. You're like, oh, that's not even for me, you know? It's a feeling that puts you down before you even get into a space where you're like, oh, that's
before
cool,
you even
but
get
like,
into
it's
it,
definitely not for me. So I have to settle for being maybe the girl on the side, or I must cheerlead on the side, or I'm the girl in the circle, you know? Like, but other than that, I think it's also just a lack of, yes, opportunity, but a lack of like of support, because
support and making like
exactly
the space for
so for so long, if you think of the way the world is set up and the patriarchy of the world, it's like, how do you expect people to just pick up and start doing something when they've been cut off from it for so long? So we need to put things in.
There's all these gender roles that we need to unlearn.
Yeah. And I mean, just growing up the way that I did, my mother was always like, that's not the thing for girls to do. Like, you shouldn't be standing on your hands. That's not for girls to do.
A girl shouldn't be in the streets, first of all.
And I'm like, but I'm not doing anything wrong.
Not to talk of standing on your heads and dancing with boys.
You shouldn't be dancing with boys, you know? Like, but yet it was never anything. Like, technically, I would have been quarter to a perfect child. Like, I just wanted to work. I wanted to be healthy. I wanted to do the right things. I wanted to be a success. But if you looked at it from like a very strict background, or like, you know, they'll be like, no, but this is not what girls are supposed to do. And then naturally it'll stop to
what are girls supposed to do and not supposed
and also,
to do.
I've got 2 sisters, so I grew up in a home of just girls, you know. So right off the bat, my older sister is very, very good. Like, she's a woman and a half. Yeah, she's that girl, you know. And then there was just me. That was just a hot mess. Like, not wearing shoes. My hair is a mess. I'm crying when you put me in a dress. Like, it couldn't have been any worse. You know? So I think that the way we grow up really just plays into what you think you can do and achieve as you grow older. So for females, I think as we're getting more into the space now and the world is changing and technology is allowing us to see what everybody else is doing, and even if you're not going to teach me now, I can go buy some small controller from somewhere. And that's how I learned. Nobody taught me. I went and bought a $2,000 controller in the heart of Pretoria, the cheapest little thing you could ever find. And I just started playing. I'm asking questions, you know. But if you don't have that kind of like, hey, let me just, it's going to be hard because you can't just, now it's changing. Like you're saying, there's more females. But the last 2-3 years, it was just hard. And again, you're going in blind. Like, okay, cool, there was Miss Cosmo, but she's also on 5FM. Damn, okay, what's the next one? Ish, there's DJs in play. Ish, but she's on Metro. So it's like, you almost had to be an amazing person all around to get half the opportunity that a guy could wake up and go play a set on like a big stage.
And you just get it like that, so,
it's just tricky.
But also, even though the number is rising, we just want the women to also have that thing in them, you know, to be like, you know what, I'm going to try.
But that's what I'm saying. I think now more than ever, when you're exposed to, where you can just pick up your phone, you scroll on Instagram, you're like, oh, snap, that person's doing that. Oh, maybe I can do that, you know? Yeah,
maybe
so it was 10 times harder back in the day when you had no exposure to anybody else, because then somebody can say to you, no, that's not for you, or you can't do that, and you'd believe it, you know, because you had nothing else to go by. So, yeah, I think things are changing, and the world is also waking up to how, like we say, previously disadvantaged people. We are previously disadvantaged sex. If anything, we are currently disadvantaged.
Yes, we are.
Sex.
We are.
You know?
We are just disadvantaged. Previously, currently. We are hoping the title will change in the future. But walk into a room
already. I mean, look, we've got the first female VP ever, vice president ever, in 2020.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then people say like,
2020.
no, you guys must stop saying it's male dominated and you don't have opportunities. There is it clear as day. We've had the first.
Look at how many males were in her spot before she came along.
Exactly.
Then we can
and
talk.
that's a clear indication of how females have to work 10 times harder to get half the credit, you know? So, yeah, another journey.
Yeah. So how do you prepare for your sets? Do you have a certain routine that you go through? Do you have a certain process that you go through to just sort your music out? And
Yeah,
prepare
all
for
the
your
time.
set?
I think I'm probably one of the most prepared people you will ever meet. Like, I'm OCD about the dumbest things. So for me, if I know I'm playing a really big event, it's me sitting with music at least a week before, searching through maybe new stuff that I've heard, or piecing together things that I thought would sound good, and then probably changing all of it the next day, you know? So my process is usually just to open the laptop, start making playlists. And for me, the music that I play or the set that I play is like very reliant on my mood. So if my mood changes tomorrow, the whole set changes. So for me, I can prepare, and then the next day or when it's time to play the set, freestyle. It just it depends.
No, but I can relate. I can relate. It's like when I'm picking outfits, I can think of an outfit the day before and be like, tomorrow I'm going to wear this. But if I wake up in the morning and I'm like,
not this one. What was I
I'm
even
not
thinking?
feeling like this. It will take me another hour to sort out my life.
No, but for me, like,
so I totally
and for
relate.
me, I always just try to bring something different. My style, like I say, very yes hip hop, yes Afro, but also a lot of old school and playing things that you don't necessarily expect to come out, and making my own kind of like little remixes, because I think everybody can play.
But that's nice because not all DJs do that,
know?
And those throwbacks.
Sometimes,
are
I grew up with
nice.
music, man. So I don't always just want to hear like, you know, whatever that. Yeah, and
the current things. Sometimes you just want to hear, not even Sister Bettina. You just want to hear
something. But firstly, I always want to hear Sister Bettina. But what was I?
Yeah, of course. I mean, Sister Bettina is the anthem for the
Actually,
vibe.
Next year, May, we're going to be playing Sister Bettina at my battle. For me, I think everybody can generally play, you know, the top 40 right now. But I like to just try be as creative as I can. And sometimes you're not going to like it. But for me, I also can't always just play exactly what people want to hear, because then you can play your own music. Then you can plug in your phone and you can be the DJ. But like if you're coming to be entertained and you want to have a vibe and you want to dance, then I'm definitely the one.
But anyway, if you're feeling your set, we are definitely going to feel the set.
I hope so,
because I get we have to believe,
you know, like I'm dancing there. Sometimes you can even be silent because I've forgotten that the song ended.
If you're feeling the set, then we're going to feel it. If you're dancing and you're like, we also going to join into the vibe. But then if you're also just there, you're not feeling your own set, then people are also like,
what's going on? Yeah, then people start whispering in the audience.
What's going on?
But for me, I think it's always just to try and be a little bit creative and play the stuff that I like, you know, and hopefully people will appreciate the effort.
Yeah. So what important lesson have you learned since you started out in your career? Be it in dancing, in music, you know, in being a DJ?
So I think the biggest lesson is that always listening to everybody else is a bunch of nonsense. Like, you know, I think for me, I really had to pay attention to everything everybody said. Like, I love to please people. I love everybody around me being happy. And for the most part, it just, it doesn't end well, you know? So it's about learning when to take the advice and when to call it a day.
When not to, And what advice would you give your past self from, let's say,
exactly
5
that?
years
Stop
ago?
listening to nonsense. Just go for what you want.
Just do your thing.
We often make things bigger than they are, and sometimes we think, how am I going to get through this? And I'm famous for that. Like, I can stress and I can worry. Because for me, it's like there's no plan B. Like, this is all I've got, you know? So if it doesn't work, and I'm not just trying to be a DJ here at any club on the weekend, and I'm not just trying to make money. No, you
want to be bigger,
Okay, sharp. I can pay my car, I can pay my bond, I can go on a holiday. Okay. No, I just want more out of this thing, you know? So I put so much pressure on myself to constantly push my own boundaries. You know, it might not be a big deal for anyone else, but for me, like, there's just more I need to do. So I would always just tell my past self, if I could, like, don't worry about it, dust it off, keep it moving. Like, you're not going to get everything right, but you're also not going to achieve nothing that you don't try, you know.
True.
Yeah.
Just to keep going. So the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence are coming up. For those that don't know, that's 25 November to 10 December. So what do the 16 days mean to you, and how do you plan to take it?
I've got a campaign that I'm going to be part of. But for me, if I'm being completely honest, it doesn't really mean much right now. You know, I feel like they don't even change anything. I feel like it can be Women's Month, Mother's Day, this, that, and we still find some way to ruin it. We still find a way to have every single hashtag on the planet. Another girl's been killed today. Another body's been found. Nothing changes. So for me, it's like, okay, cool. We got 16 days and then what? Even in those 16 days, we're still going to see flames. Before and after those 16 days, we're going to see flames. So for me, I get it. And I'm all about trying to support where I can and raise awareness and whatever. I get it. But at what stage do we stop talking? Yeah,
but in essence,
more needs to be done. It's not enough. You know, we know how to raid clubs, but we don't know how to go out into the streets and find people who are killing women every 2 seconds. It's just like in the rape capital of the world. How? You know, how can you?
True. Like people are getting away with.
Yeah, like how can you find one vodka bottle in somebody's boot? But you can't find...
But you can't find someone who burnt
you know,
someone.
So don't get me wrong. It's important.
How?
And I support it, but I just... It doesn't excite me. It doesn't make me feel like there's going to be any change. It's just another reminder of our incompetence almost.
True. So before we go, what has been your career highlight this year? I mean, this year has been flames on flames.
Just I thought it was done.
I don't know. I'm really looking forward to you telling me a piece of something nice that has happened in your career.
I know.
Because
been
this
a lot. No, you know what? Let me not lie. Of course, this lockdown has been... Sure, I had tours cancelled. I had travels cancelled. I mean, I've obviously seen a massive change in my life, but I'd be lying if I say it's just been the worst, because it hasn't, you know. For me, it hasn't, honestly.
True.
Like, for me, being able to get up every day and still be able to live my life, and
that's the biggest win
regardless,
ever.
you know. But I started off just having an exciting year. I headlined the Met next to Black Coffee. I choreographed a YFM ad. I choreographed the DSTV Awards for AKA's set. Then we went into lockdown, right? Then I did BC1, the battles. I came top 32 in the world and the only African B-girl. Then I just won this other battle last week that you'll see me in Berlin. We released the EP, music videos coming out. You know, there's been so many things. So as much as I can say, I'm dying. It's just...
It's been flames, but
we are rising.
You rose from the ashes. It's like you're burning. But
yes, no, man. I don't think I can ever... Like, I have my days where I'm just ready to call it quits. But honestly, I can't say. Yeah.
I mean, everyone has those down days. The biggest thing is that you still manage to pick yourself
So it's been
out
great, man. And I'm hoping that we come out of this
moving.
level 1 and we just live our lives again. But South Africa is always misbehaving. So I don't know. I feel like the president's going to lock us up again next week. And then we're back to square one. And if he does that in December, actually, I don't think anybody gives a damn. Like, this country, no ways. Even in level 5 in the middle of July, people were still partying on the streets. So come December, not us. It can't be South.
No one is gonna allow even Cyril to take away December. No one will allow that for a fact. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
This has been really fun.
But please make sure, Berlin, we need to see you there. Like, honestly.
Yeah, we're
please.
gonna be there. Like, I'm going to, like, please keep posting
I
about it
will.
on your Instagram so that my memory stays refreshed, and then I will spread the word because we're
Yes, we will
definitely
be
going to
there.
be there.
You
And
know,
May is summer,
it's
so
gonna be. Well, actually, you know, I
we're
can
going to
talk
be
a big
there.
talk now and then. Just now, Cyril says, "Jiggy, jiggy, you guys are locked up." Then, maybe you guys are gonna have to enter and compete for me. I don't know.
No, they'll allow you to travel.
In Jesus' name, amen.
They should. We need you. Amen.
Wow.
Because...
Yeah. No. Would they have locked up the Springboks? No.
No, exactly. So you are going to represent the country. You also need to be allowed to go.
But cool. Thank you so much. I'm gonna remind you.
It's been a pleasure. Take care. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in to our catch-up session with the WCW for the month of November. The lovely, the vibey Courtnaé Paul. I'm not leaving you guys empty-handed. I'm leaving you guys with something from her new EP, Got Next, titled Doing Fine, featuring Gigi Lamaine, Muesli, and Boskasi. Enjoy, guys, and stay safe, stay blessed. Catch you on the flip side. From your being with the biggest love.
Hey yo, hold up. Is that Courtnaé Paul on the dance? Hands up for my women. Woo! And all that we believe in. May we be set free. Take me seriously. Hands up for my girls. We on top of the world. And we here to take it. No matter what they say. Yo, better ways to stress these lines in a song. There've been many times I should have cried aloud on a song. How they simplify the do's and all the tides, or am I wrong? To be angry that I make them feel alive on a song. Master jamming with Stevie Wonder. I wonder what it takes to be dolled up like Hamleys and so they don't call it fake. I swear it's different for them dudes, bro. Yes, it's hella different for the dudes, bro. A different level to their energies for legacies. I do this, resilience. I hand my mama toolings for your work, they'll never pay us off. In this lifetime, a dog-eat-dog world, there ain't no lifeline. I guess it's safe to live your truth. I guess you kinda safe living life as a girl misunderstood. Gotta tell him to free up, free up. Black child better speed up. You can touch me, hands up on me, but be sure of how you love me. Take me serious, then we be alright. Oh, you can touch me, hands up on me, but be sure of how you love me. Take me serious, then we be alright. Hands up for my women and all that we believe in. May we be set free. Take me seriously. Hands up for my girls. We on top of the world, and we here to take it. No matter what they say, we doing fine. Reach up for the sky. We doing fine. Reach up for the sky. Figures in just a corner. Masingena, you already know the swag is in order. Feeling like the vibe is right, like Nanking. When I got to figure Nekwaluzo Stina. When I got to yes, Peter. Lanuzo Briga, Lanuzo Kokumo, you petty cocos a corner. Lanuzo Funda, Tina, we the truth. Let's forget about the ways and superstars coming through here. You look hating it, funny. I think you give up if you ain't feeling this shit. Fly African girls doing it big. And we getting lit, you ain't feeling the click. You ain't really got it, you don't really got it poppin', and there ain't no doubt about it. You ain't fresh as a man's for real. Let's keep it legit. I'm talking one clip, some nice this shit, if you know what it is. You can touch me, hands up on me, but be sure of how you love me. Take me serious, and we be alright. Oh, you can touch me, hands up on me, but be sure of how you love me. Take me serious, and we be alright. Hands up for my women and all that we believe in. May we be set free. Take me seriously. Hands up for my girls. We on top of the world, and we here to take it. No matter what they say.